Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie and this week we're going to be working on whips once again. And if you watched my video last week, you knew that I made a wheel to pick what project I was going to work on. So I made another wheel to find out what whips I'm going to be working on this week. So I'm going to spin the wheel every day or every night, and then whatever whip I get is going to be the project that I work on the next day. So let's just go ahead and find out what we're going to be working on tomorrow. So we got Russell socks. So these are the socks that I have been working on for my future brother-in-law, which is exciting that I got Russell socks because I have made a lot of progress on them over this past weekend while I was visiting family in South Carolina. So yeah, I'm gonna get to finish my first sock tomorrow and cast on the second one. He wears a size 15, so these are some big boys. They're gonna take me a hot minute to get through. But I will be able to finish the first sock tomorrow because I'm already on the decreases, and then maybe be able to cast on the second sock and get going on the cuff. So that's exciting. So yeah, it is getting late, as you can tell from the sunlight that's still outside my window. So it is my bedtime. So I am not going to do any more work on these socks tonight, but tomorrow we're gonna get some work in. So I will see you tomorrow with some work on my future brother-in-law's socks.
Dad, don't forget monkey brains.
Yeah, and we need more unicorn testicles.
That's where dreams are born.
All right, we'll get those.
Hello, it is Monday evening. It is 88 degrees today. I went on a run. I edited my video and I made good progress on my socks. So this was my first sock. I finished it. I did the Kitchener stitch. It looks really nice. I always struggled with the Kitchener stitch, and then I realized that it is an Italian bind off, but with 2 rows instead of purls. And knits, so I didn't weave in my other end. I'll get to that eventually. And then I started on my second sock, which is all scrunched up, but I am tangled to all hell and back. I have done the cuff, and I am, I don't know, like 6 or 7 rows in to the ankle. So very exciting. Made some nice progress on this sock. I am not upset about it at all. It was a busy day at work. I didn't have, my only meeting was cams on, so I couldn't knit during it. But still happy with the progress that I made. I finished a sock, so honestly, can't be mad about that. Ace is saying hi. My camera's too far away for him to mess with, so he's upset about that, but here's my little man, my little hellion. Alright, sir. So, let's go ahead and see what we're going to be working on tomorrow. So, here's our wheel. And tomorrow we're working on Russell socks again. By the skin of its teeth. Grandma's sweater does not get worked on or finished. Russell socks again tomorrow. That is fine with me. I don't know what's on my schedule for tomorrow, honestly. So we'll see. I think I actually am going to be pretty busy at work, so I don't think I'll get a ton done, which is fine. I'm there to work, not to knit. Knitting is just something I get to do during meetings and downtime. But I will see what I can get done after work tomorrow. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. So I'm gonna cut it here. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see how far I get on Russell socks for day 2 of Russell socks on my whip wheel.
Coming to
Turning me down?
yeah, sorry.
Well then.
Make you hallucinate?
Carpe diem.
What?
Season's 8.
Alright, I'll take a little sip. This can't be that bad.
Hello, it is Tuesday night. I just got back from a run and I didn't sleep well again last night, so I am going to shower and go to bed here pretty soon. So we're gonna wrap up today. As I predicted, I did not have a ton of free time or downtime at work today, which is fine. So most of my knitting was this evening before I took a nap and went on my run. So I got about an inch on this sock, so not terrible, not like what I wanted, but it's fine. And then my yarn is still hanging around. This might actually be enough to finish the sock, so that would be pretty cool. I do have a second skein, so if I do need it, I can tie it on and keep on rolling. But let's break out the wheel and see what we're going to be working on tomorrow. My cat added something, so I had to delete it. He added that I was going to be doing CVF. I don't know what that is, so we're not going to do CVF. But what we are going to do is not socks. It is finishing my grandma's sweater, which is the one thing that I didn't want because it's sewing. Okay. But it'll be nice to have it done. So that will be what I work on tomorrow. It's not going to take me terribly long. I've just been putting it off because I hate sewing. So I probably still will bring sock with me to work. Oh, that lighting is dark. But I'll probably still bring the sock with me to work so that whenever I finish the sweater, I can work on it. I do have a couple meetings tomorrow, and then I'll have lunch. I'm not going to do breakfast club tomorrow. I have work to get done in the morning, so... actually, I might not finish the sweater at work tomorrow. It might have to be an evening time thing, so... we'll see how that works. But yeah, so I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe do another like row or two on the sock in bed before I fall asleep. But tomorrow will be sweater time. So hopefully I actually get it done and I can give it to her because it was a Christmas gift, and today is June 9th. So it's a little bit late, but it's fine. She's always cold, so it'll still turn out perfectly for her. But yeah, so I will see you tomorrow with an update on sweater.
Good progress. My wrists are starting to hurt a little bit. So
We gotta get our congenitals to class.
Hi, Lynn. Hey, Gretchen. Just came by to return this bottle of water you left at the salon.
Hello, it's Wednesday evening. I have finished my grandmother's sweater. Finally, I had to DoorDash buttons because I lost mine, and they're actually two different sizes. So there's like the big one on top, and then a small, and then a big one, and then a small one at the bottom that you can't see. But it's done. Look how little these sleeves are. You can't even see. They're so short. But my grandma's like 4'8", so they do need to be short. But I'm so glad that this is finally done because I started this in October and it's June and it was supposed to be a Christmas present for 2025. So I can finally give Grandma her Christmas present. And then as far as the socks, I did like 3 or 4 rows at work today because it was really busy. And I didn't have any meetings, so I just worked on the socks during lunch. So I'm not even going to show you because it looks exactly the same. But let's spin the wheel and see what we're going to be working on for the last hour of the night as well as tomorrow. So there are only 4 things on the wheel now, and we got Val's basket. So this is actually really easy because I just need to make a handle. So I'll whip that out right now and we can get another project for tomorrow, and then I'll only have 3 whips left, which is really exciting. So yeah, let me go grab the yarn from my office, grab my gigantic hook. I think I need a 9mm for this, and make a strap for a basket. Strap is done. Just a cute little handle for a basket. I didn't weave in the ends because I'm going to use them to sew the handle on tomorrow morning. So let's see what we're going to work on tomorrow. We're down to 3 projects: my Snapdragon top, Russell socks, and Nikki Salty Days sweater. So we are getting the Salty Days. Alright, cool. So yeah, I have a lot of work to do on this still. I'm not even joining the round yet. I'm still working on the front yoke. So that will be a fun thing to work on tomorrow. See how far we can get on that. I would love to be able to join it in the round and start on the... I don't even know what comes once you join it in the round, if it's ribbing or if it goes straight into lace. But we're gonna... Actually, I think it's cables. I think you start with cables right away, which I've never done cables before. So that will be an experience. But yeah, we're gonna work on Salty Days tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow with an update on my Salty Days sweater. Hello, it's Thursday night. I'm supposed to be at a concert right now with my best friend, but I have a raging headache and would be no fun and would not be having fun. So I stayed home and just kept working on my Salty Days for today. I made some decent progress considering I didn't have any time to work on it at work besides lunch. So I started, I don't know where I started. Here. I started here. So I got all of this done. And guys, I joined in the round. Barely. I joined in the round and did like a third of a round. But it's in the round. It is one piece. We are making progress. I actually really hope that I spin this again for tomorrow because I'm loving the sweater. And I would love to keep making progress on it. But my yarn, so here's my mohair. This is my second mohair. She's looking pretty sad. And this is my, I think, 4th ball of the merino. Just tied it on today. Did the world's most embarrassing spit splice in front of my friend. I was like, look, I can do a magic trick. And then I did the thing and then I tugged on it and it came apart. So that was fun. But let's go ahead and spin the wheel for tomorrow. See what we're gonna get. See if I get my Salty Days. I did. I got my Salty Days again. That's awesome. Okay, I'm excited. So tomorrow is Friday. It's my Friday to work. But I'll be home at like 12:30 tomorrow. I have a meeting in the afternoon. I have therapy in the afternoon. So I will be able to get some decent work in as long as this headache goes away. And yeah, I'll be on the cables tomorrow. The cables are coming up next once I finish this row of knit. So that's exciting. A little nervous. I've never done cables before, but I think it'll turn out fine. I think it'll turn out good. So yeah, it is 8:30. So it's my bedtime, especially with this headache. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow with another update on my Salty Days. See if I can finish that round of cables. That would be really exciting. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Done. We're gonna finish off this bad boy with the tag today and call it good.
Hello, it's Saturday morning. I forgot to record my update last night, but I have not yet started on my work for the day. So let me find my stitch marker. There it is. So here's where I was yesterday morning, and then I got this far by the end of the night, which doesn't look like a terrible lot, but you can see I did start on the cables. I made 3 mistakes on the cables so far. 2 of them I went back and fixed because they were like front and center, and it was the cables went the wrong direction on the second row. The third mistake I made is right here. So for some reason I got off by a stitch. Like I think I did 1 extra stitch in the purl row on the first cable, and then I fixed it on the second cable. But it's in the armpit and it's 1 stitch off, so I'm not terribly upset by that. So I let that go. I also forgot to record this, but I did spin the Salty Days yet again for Saturday, which will be the last day of this video. So I'm gonna spend my whole day working on this. I have my wax scheduled for 10 a.m., but it is currently 5:15, so I should be able to get a decent amount of progress done in the next 3.5, 4 hours before I need to shower and go to my wax, and then I have the whole rest of the day after that to keep on knitting. I almost said crochet because I spun the wheel for my project next week, and I got, how many bucket hats can I make in a week or in a day? In a day. And I have lost all my 5mm crochet hooks somehow, which I have 3 of them. And they're $26 each, so I don't know where they are. But I went on Furls, I ordered 2 more. I ordered the new lilac color and the Odyssey in the blue, I think. There are not a lot of options available for 5mm right now on Furls. But yeah, so I ordered 2 new hooks. Hopefully they'll come this week so I can record that video next week. But yeah, that is enough babbling for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on keeping going through my cables. I am about 1/3 of the way, almost halfway done with the cable section, which is really exciting. And I had said earlier that I was excited that I don't have to purl across 120 some stitches anymore. And I have come to the realization that I have to now purl across 200 some stitches now. So not super excited for that one, but it is what it is. I'm really loving the way that this is working up, and again, it is working up so fast. I mean, it's not like a ton of progress, but for me, this is very fast, especially because this is all new stuff that I'm doing. So I'm very excited. I love the way it's working up. It looks beautiful. And yeah, I'm excited for it, and I'm just going to keep working on it. So yeah, I'll be back later today with an update. Final update of the video, and we'll see how much progress I can get done on my Salty Days in one day.
Includes their text messages from the next day. She's like, that really fucking scared me last night. That's not cool. And he's like, I'm so sorry. They also have...
Hello, it's the end of the night here on Saturday. So I didn't make as much progress on the Salty Days as I planned on, but I did finish the cables, so I'm happy about that. So I started here, and I just finished off the cables, and I'm halfway through like the knit row that comes after that. So yeah, here's my Salty Days update. You can't really see it because it's golden hour, but making some decent progress on it. No more cables, which I'm very excited about. I don't like cables. It turns out they're not very fun. But yeah, so that is going to be the end of this video for this week. I worked on, I think, 3 different projects. So the socks, the Salty Days, and my grandma's sweater. I actually finished my grandma's sweater, which I'm very excited about. And I I chained on a secret project that I'm not going to make a video about because it is a housewarming and wedding gift for my friend from work, and I'm not going to put her name out in public because it's a very unique last name, so I don't want people to be able to track her down. But I mapped out the tapestry, so it's going to say and then their last name, and then established 2026. So I made the chain to make sure that my count was right. I originally had it as a 46 stitch tapestry, but it would be this big. So we're gonna do a 92 stitch tapestry. So I'm gonna have to go back into my Excel sheet and mess with the lettering, but I'm glad that I did this now. I am traveling to Indiana for work on Monday, so this will be my Indiana project. I should be able to get it done pretty quick. It's gonna be 92 stitches by 33 33 rows, I think, or 36 rows, something like that. So not terribly big. It'll be the tan as the base color, and then I have like a green. It's the Loops and Threads Classic Cotton. It's called, the shade is Olive Garden, which I think is really funny. I don't know how they got that name, like how, I know how they got that name, but I don't know how they got permission to use that name. And then the Loops and Threads Classic Cotton that I used for my baskets, and I'll be using a 4mm hook. It's not gonna focus. 4mm hook from Furls. So it'll be a nice stiff tapestry, and then I'm planning on starching a piece of fabric and probably hot gluing it to the back to give it a little bit extra strength and cover up my ends. I don't want to leave them in. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the video for this week. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you've been working on this week, if you've been working on whips or if you started something new. And I will see you next week for another video.